He is a serial entrepreneur, a wealth coach, and a global speaker known for empowering young individuals with the necessary skills to build sustainable wealth online. He is no other person than Dr. Sam Harvard. Rising from humble beginning and overcoming both economic and educational challenges, he found a way around it to still build for himself a formidable path by venturing into the online space. Today, he runs businesses within Nigeria and outside Nigeria with a vision to help Africans become more financially literate and, more importantly, become financially independent. You are about to listen to his top 10 rules for success, rules that made him who he is this very day. Ensure you stay to the very end. More importantly, before we begin, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and grab your writing materials. Take notes because this will be worth your time. Let's begin.
So, branding is people's perception of an entity. Okay, what people think when they mention the name of an entity. So, is that simple enough? What do people perceive about you? What do they think about when they mention your name? What do they think about when they mention your business? What do they think about when they mention you? Do you get it? So that is what branding simply means. Branding is not logo, is not color, is not even name. Branding is perception. All right, it's perception. And perception, we all know, is not real. Do you get me? Perception is not a real phenomenon. It's an illusion, because perception varies from person to person. As a matter of fact, I stopped talking to a friend of probably 12 years the day he mentioned before election that the guy who is currently the president was the best candidate out of the main three. I just ended that call. And since that day, he did wedding, I did not even call him. He called me tired, I did not answer him. Because as far as I'm concerned, I think any straightforward thinking person should know who is supposed to be the best candidate amongst the top three in the last election. So if he's saying someone else, something must be wrong. I think we should not be friends because we're not thinking alike. So I just put him at arm's length. That is to tell you, somebody that has brain, this guy has worked with Barack Obama before, you understand, great guys based in the US and all of that. But he believed that the person I believe is the worst, he believes is the best. So that is what perception looks like. One man's food, they say, is another man's poison. So you obviously will not get a uniform belief. Every Christian believes Jesus Christ is a great guy, but not everybody on earth believes he's a great guy. Some people still feel he's not a great guy. Their opinion. All right. So you are not trying to let everybody see you the same way, but you want to control majority of perception about yourself. This is why somebody can insult me and can say I'm the worst thing that has happened to him. I will not be moved. Why? Because while he's saying that, there are 10 people that are saying you are the best thing that has happened to me. And by the way, let me just shock you. Most of the people who have said I'm the worst thing that's happened to them once said I was the best thing that has happened to them. So you see life. All of the people that have said this guy, you are a bad, you are a scammer, you are this, you are that. The same set of people, all right, I've said, hey, God, we bless you for the rest of your life. Your generation is this, you are there, you are God in the land of the human and all that. So I don't let those things get to me. But what I'm trying to explain to you, number one, is perception is not real. It varies from person to person. That's number one. Number two, you cannot control everybody's perception about you. You can only influence majority. Do you get it? So when you know this in your heart, it helps you to understand the concept of branding. That's all I'm trying to explain. Branding is perception of other people about an entity. You must never give up. Even if you kept on failing, you must learn how to embrace your failures. You must learn how to fall in love with your failures. You must learn how to cannibalize your failure. You must feed on your failures. You must let your failures be the nutrients that grows you. All right? You cannot succeed if you're afraid of failing. I'm not afraid of failing. I'm not afraid to come and say, so we tried this thing, it didn't work. So this is the next thing we want to do. I'm like that. I don't care. But I was not always like that, but I had to build. Now, everyone shares success story. You only see the shiny, shiny things. You do not know their failures. You didn't know the time. I mean, there was a time CTA called me and said, I think it's happened twice, that I ran hard, so I did everything, but I didn't make any sales. So Sam, I spent this amount of money and no sale came. I imagine I sold only this. He said, what happened? What happened? I said, people will not know this. Oh, all people will know is she's making money. She's this coach. Everything is pure. It's not every time. Oh. So people will share all of this, but you would never hear her say, I'm not doing this thing again. I ran ad. It did not work. People do not buy this particular product. I'm going to look for a job. I have plenty CV. Maybe I can get a job of 2 million per month in Nigeria. You will never hear her descend to that level. And why? Why? It's because she has learned how to fail positively. You can be diligent, hardworking, following all kinds of stuff, trying your best to make money and still be broke. And the reason for that is simply because you come from a poor background. So it means that 90% of people who are struggling financially, they are struggling because they came from a poor background. And another person can be stupid, but will make a lot of money and will not be broke and will succeed financially. And the only reason is because he's from a rich background. Now, here is what I found out tonight. There is a gene, a subconscious gene passed on to people based on where they are coming from. Let me explain what I just said. All of us are a bunch of energy and memories. Memories from our direct mother, memories from our direct father, and memories of all their own ancestors. Our father's father and mother, their memories is also downloaded to us. Our mother's father and mother, and up, and up like that. So we act based on memory, just like a computer functions. People made computer, they made computer to function just like man, but this time more efficient. So you cannot buy a phone or go to a phone shop and tell them to give you this Samsung S21 Ultra if your memory is not telling you that you have up to 1 million or 800,000 in your bank account. It's difficult. If your memory tells you all you have is 5,000, you will not go and price and act like you want to buy a phone that is over 500,000. What does that mean? Things are hard. You can't succeed. Take things slow. The rich people, we the poor people, all of these statements and conditioning are downloaded into a lot of us from our ancestry, down to our parents, down to us, down to our environment. So subconsciously, you become poor, even though you are working hard. A stupid boy has been downloaded all the memories and gene of wealth, abundance, all of that, and subconsciously, even though he's a stupid boy, making stupid decisions with his life, he will end up becoming very rich and wealthy. So, it is important for us to note, therefore, that where we are coming from, the gene and all of that plays a lot of role in how we end up. And that was why I started this challenge by crushing the foundation that can make everything we are doing never to happen.
I need your help. I'm on a mission to help ignite within the hearts of individuals the desire to be more, do more, and have more. And the rules for success is a vehicle for me to achieve that vision. But if nobody gets to know about us, then the mission will be a failed one. I've noticed that quite a number of persons that watch the rules for success are yet to subscribe. I want to ask you for a favor because we have a 90 days plan to see how exactly we move the channel to 10,000 subscribers, and that cannot be achieved without your help. So I want to sincerely plead with you that if you're yet to subscribe, do me a huge favor and just click the subscribe button, turn on post notification so you don't miss out from subsequent episodes that will be coming up. Because we have a goal in the next 5 years to have well over 300 rules for success out for your consumption. Your subscription will be a step of faith in what we're doing here, and to go a long way. Thank you very much. As you subscribe, let's get back to the video.
Why are people poor? Why do people find it difficult to make a lot of money? To do the things that they really, really desire to do. And I found out that it's not really because they don't have a job or they don't have a business sense, they don't have ideas, or because they didn't go to school, or maybe because some evil spiritual power is against them. It is not always because of any of those reasons. Most of us have attributed poverty to. What I found out is at the base of everyone's current financial state is what I call financial thermostat. A thermostat is a device that regulates the temperature of a room. Okay, now the same way we have it in the heat world or in the temperature world, the same way we have it in the finance world. Every one of us have a thermostat in us. Every one of us have what I call an autopilot in us. There is a story I heard some years ago that I believe is very graphic. There was this businessman that had some fresh business friends, and because they were going to do businesses together, he decided to impress them one day and invited them over for a boat cruise. And he said to them, like, in addition to the fact that we're going to cruise on the boat, we will catch fish. We have these hooks and all of that. We're going to catch fish while we're on the lake. And I've gone fishing before. It's a beautiful experience. I think you should try it once in a while. So now he just bought a brand new boat to impress these new friends of his, just because we're going to do business together. So when they went on the boat, they got to the lake, they were on the boat, they were all excited. It's going to be a great day to bond, to have fun catching fish. So they were on this boat for the first 30 minutes. They could not get a fish. And this man was worried, was like, what's going on? Then he discovered that the boat was actually at the north part of the lake. So they were going to go to the southern part of the lake. So he decided to set it 45 degrees south. And then after another 30 minutes, he discovered they didn't catch any fish. So he checked again, discovered the boat had returned back to the north side of the lake. So he set it again, this time around 180 degrees south. And after another 30 minutes, they couldn't get any fish. He discovered again that the boat had also returned to the northern part of the lake. So angrily, he turned it 360 degrees due south. Probably the boat would just move away from where they were. So the boat went, and after another 30 minutes, they found themselves back at the north side of the lake. So one of the new friends in the boat said, hold on, do you have a mechanism in this your boat that is called an autopilot? Can you kindly check it? He said, what is autopilot? So he decided to check. He discovered there was an autopilot in the boat that has been pre-programmed to always take the boat to the north part of the lake. Graphic, isn't it? But of course, informative. Every one of you watching right now in this room, you have an autopilot in your mind. You have a thermostat in your mind that determines the things that happens in your subconscious. It's a subconscious programming. Most times you don't have control over it, but it determines what happens to you. Some of you will discover that it's an amount of money you always have in your bank account. No matter what happens, you will always find yourself back to that regular amount. For a lot of people in Nigeria, I believe it's the 1,000 naira minimum balance that they can't withdraw. So any money that comes into their bank account, they start to deplete it, and before you know it, they are back to that 1,000 naira that they can't withdraw. Now, if you pick two people and one has a high thermostat capacity for 10 million naira, and then the other one has a very low thermostat capacity for 10 naira. If you give the one with 10 naira 10 million naira, it will start to make wrong decisions, losing the money, spending and wasting the money until it gets to that 10 naira, then will become stable. If you pick the other person which have capacity for 10 million naira, what happens? If you give him 10 naira, he start to make right decisions with this 10 naira, start to multiply and increase it until it gets to 10 million naira, then it becomes stable. The simple answer to what your current bank account is right now, or the range of your bank account in the last 1 month, is because of your thermostat. Until you reset it, you will always find yourself back at this level. Now, what? Every achievement that a man wants to have I want to make $10,000 this month, September. Making $10,000 becomes a struggle if you have not made $10,000 already. If you understand what I just said, type 111. If you do not understand, type 222. Every achievement you want to have becomes a struggle if you have not already achieved that thing. So if you want to make $1 million, you'll be getting strategies, trying all kinds of ways, trying to do it and all of that. It will become a struggle for you, except before you start, you had already made that $1 million. Everything is created twice. The mental creation, the physical manifestation. I don't care what faith you have or what you believe. If it doesn't happen here first, it becomes a struggle for it to happen.
So the woman said, I have nothing but. All right, the woman said, I have nothing but a jar of oil. The prophet said, yes, that's good enough. That's good enough. You see, this is what we're going to do. This oil, you are going to go around all the neighbors and gather as much vessels as you can. Empty containers. Keep gathering empty containers. Collect, borrow. Say, please don't borrow few. Borrow a lot. And really, permit me to quickly say something here. This is where a lot of us miss it. We do not get containers. All right, what are containers? People's experiences, information, other people's insights, their past, their present, their future. Some of you, the future you want, the solution you want is in the hands of somebody's experience. It's tied to somebody's knowledge. You need a mentor. You need someone to hold you by the hands. You need to listen to somebody. You see, you can't go far in life having only spiritual mentors. They are just going to preach unless you want to be a pastor. Full-time pastor, only have spiritual mentor and just go and be full-time pastor. Even pastors these days are dynamic. You need mentors in every area. In finance, you need a mentor. In business, you need a mentor. All right, in skills, you need a mentor. There are people you need to follow. There are people who have the type of result you are trying to have. And you need to find a way to connect with them. It doesn't have to be physically directly. All right, it could be through the information that they have out there. Gather, because through that information, insight is going to form. All right, and that is how you will begin to see. So they gathered as many vessels as possible, and the prophet instructed, keep pouring the oil, which means every information you gather, apply it to yourself. A lot of people gather information, but they don't apply. See, a lot of people stop at different steps. So gather this information and apply it to yourself. So that was exactly what the woman did, and then said, start selling. Feed on it, pay all your debt, and you and your children should feed on the rest. This is exactly every step that we take as human is encompassed in this story. Everything you want from God, everything God has spoken over you is based on your ability to identify that jar of oil you have. Number two, ability to get vessels, empty containers. That is to get other people's experiences, their past, their present, and their future. Their past, their present, and their future. Very, very important. All right? When you gather all of this information, then you pour your oil into it, which means you apply it to yourself. You are the one who knows where your situation is. So you apply this to yourself and you're able to blow.
In order to be able to make money, the smart people are those who pay their attention around how can I get a lot of people to know, to like, and to trust me. Once I can get that done, I can sell anything to them at any time. I can be at the middle, helping them get the best value for their money, helping them get the best value for their thirsts they're trying to buy. I make sure that they get the best version that is available. All right? Why? Because I want to maintain their relationship. Relationship is important. Relationship is everything. When you understand the dynamics of relationship, you will be able to build a sustainable business eventually. Now, when I'm talking about relationship, I'm not talking about friendship.
people always limit relationship to is my friend, is not my friend. I have plenty friends. I don't want to have friends. Nobody's talking about friendship. Some of you, you are at your level today, you are stagnant because of the friends you have. Because of the friends you have. I'm not talking about friendship, I'm talking about relationship. All right? Friendship is a shallow level when it comes to relationship because a lot of people do not even understand what the dynamics of friendship really means. Okay? People create friendship without value because people define friendship based on someone I have known for a time, someone that we spend time together, or someone that I like to hang out with as a friend. All right? But a friend is somebody that a friend is somebody that you have a mutual benefit contract with. Someone you have a mutual benefit contract with. Someone that adds to you and you also add to. All right. That is what a friend is supposed to be. Now, friendship is exclusive and is actually limited the number of people that you can be a friend to. But when we're talking about relationship management business, there is no limit to the number of people that you want to connect with based on relationship because you need as many people as possible to buy from you.
So the fastest way to expand your current reach is by teaching something. That's what a lot of people do not know. There is so much, so much inside your ability to transfer. Maybe a part, not all, a part of the knowledge you currently have, a part of the skill you currently have, a part of the secret of the business you currently run. There is so much embedded in that ability to transfer that little knowledge. Maybe not everything, but that little knowledge. Here's the deal: get to teach people something for free.
I succeeded first in my family because I did not believe those lies. I did not believe those lies. One of the best days of my life was the day one of my old mentors told me, Sam, you will not succeed as long as you kept carrying your family in your head. He said, detach yourself from your family, go and face your life as if you are the only one. He said, if you die today, they will cry for a few days and they will continue living. He said, you think your mom loves you and all that? You think that woman will die if you die? She will mourn for a few months. She will still eat in 24 hours or 48 hours or 3 days. She will still eat something. All right, they will all continue to live and forget you eventually if you die. So why die for them? Jesus had died for them already. So you don't have to die again. I thought my mentor was mad. I said, sir, you don't understand. He said, there's nothing you want to tell me that I don't understand. You might not understand what I'm telling you now. You are not under any obligation to do it. But I pray you do this. You will thank me later for it. I left in the presence of that man that day, thought he was mad. I mean, I'm following a mad mentor. And today, in retrospect, I thank God for that singular advice because I couldn't sleep for days. I kept thinking about it and eventually decided to follow that advice. And in following that advice, I cut off from everyone in my family. It's only when they call me that I pick. I even select the calls that I pick. When they say rent is due, we are looking for money to pay, I say, where do you want me to find it? I say, God will provide. I don't pick call again. Maybe until 3 months. They will call and call and call. So I focus on my life. I didn't say immediately things changed for me, but I believe that something will come out of what I was doing. And eventually everything changed within a short period.
People follow people. People don't follow brand. Write that down. People follow people. People don't follow brands. People follow people. People don't follow brand. Let me give you a couple of examples. Look at your screen. Let's search for UBA. UBA Bank. UBA Bank has 400, according to this, has 491,000 followers. So let's go and search for the owner of UBA. Satoni, give it to me, Elumelu. Where's Elumelu? Okay, this is him. This is Tony Elumelu. How many can you see? 1.9 million. His entire company has 490. The man has 1.9 million. So the example I want to give you is go and research as many brands as you can, and the founder or the owner of that brand. Check their social media following, their personal brand, what it looks like, versus their business brand. You would discover that 98% of your findings, the person of the owner of that brand has much more followers than their business brand. So the simple proof here is that people are interested in human connection, not brand. There's nothing they want to do with your brand. It is the you that they are interested in.
I was privileged to meet Dr. Sam Harvard this year in Lagos at a growth conference, and he shared two important things with me that I have been intentionally working on, and I'm going to share it with you so it can help you. Number one, he said, intentionally build your brand. And then number two, he said, always find a way to network yourself into certain rooms because your network equals your net worth. Don't miss it. So share with me what you learned from this current episode. I'll be so glad to learn from you. There are other videos related to top 10 rules for success from different Nigerians that would inspire you. You can also click and watch those videos. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Before we leave, I added a bonus for you for staying up to this very point. Enjoy.
Your struggle today is a function of knowledge. When there is knowledge deficit, there will be struggle. Today only, do you know there's a guy who made 100 million today only? How many of you know? There is somebody somewhere whose today income alone is over 100 million. He doesn't have 3 highs. He doesn't have 4 years. He has the same sets of things that you have. He has the same 24 hours like you. He has the same access to life like you do. But there is something else he has that you do not have currently. It's a knowledge of how to make 100 million. Now, you desire $10,000, $5,000, $20,000, $100,000 this month, but it has not yet happened. You are struggling to get it. You're struggling to do a lot of things because it has not happened yet, ladies and gentlemen. So what is most important is to realize that when there is deficit in knowledge, you will struggle at any kind of endeavor.